Hey guys, it's me again, Joel, Bisaya Reader, and welcome to another video. And for today, I'm going to show you the books that I've read in 2020 that disappointed me. And before we proceed, I would like to greet you all, guys, a happy holidays, and I wish you all the best for the next year to come, which is 2021. And just a short disclaimer, starting this year and probably moving forward, I am going to do only two wrap-ups per year, and that is the disappointing books I've read and the best books I've read for that year. The main reason why I'm not going to do the worst books I've read this year is because I don't feel like doing it, or I'm just really not that diligent in filming. But yeah, it's just a sign of respect and staying true to my word that there's no worst or bad book out there. It's just that the books were not able to really meet my expectations. So yeah, I think disappointing books will be enough for this video. And I'll probably do also some surprising books I've read if I have enough time. But I'm just going to commit the best books I've read and the disappointing books I've read. So without further ado, I'm going to present to you the books that disappointed me this year. And these will be in no particular order, unlike the best books that I've read, which will be on the top 10 and then some runners up probably. I'm still not able to decide how to finalize the list because it was really hard. I've read a lot of really good books, but we'll talk about them on the next video. For now, let's just focus on the books that I have a lot of expectations, but they weren't able to meet all of those expectations, and I ended quite disappointed. So yeah, let's go to the first one, and this is going to be The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I was really excited to read this one because this is a winner of the Pulitzer Prize, and I have a really good experience reading Pulitzer Prize winner books, and this one probably is the first one that disappointed me. I read this summer, and it was not a bad book. It was not a bad read. Maybe I was just really expecting a lot. It just really feels like a documentary and not that so much character driven. No emotions were really triggered, or I just don't really care at all about the story, about the characters, about what is really happening about the book. In short, it was really boring. So I was really expecting that this is going to be a very emotional read, but it turned out to be a very informational read. So that was the main reason why I was kind of disappointed. I still gave it 4 stars though, but still, my expectations were above the roof, and it was nowhere near half of the house. So that's the first one for the list, and let's go to the second book. And this is going to be Gary Paulson's Hatchet. This is going to be disappointed because I've heard a lot of good things about this one, especially this is a modern classic, young adult survival. The main reason why I picked this, or I was really excited to pick this one, because I was really looking for a book that will take me into this outdoory atmosphere, and I thought this one will be the perfect pick. It did at some point gave me that outdoory feels atmosphere, but the main character kind of disappointed me, and the story kind of disappointed me. It was just really too good to be true, and the main character just always gets what he wants, and he was like close to being a godlike character. So yeah, it was not really believable, very unrealistic. So I ended giving this 2 stars. Next book that I was really disappointed, which I was really heartbroken. I did not really expect that I am going to not like this book, because I've read the first book of the series, or the duology. I don't know if it's duology or series, earlier this year, and I love it. It even made it to the list of the best books I've read so far, the one that I published a couple of months ago. And I was really looking forward to read Bloody Rose by Nicholas Ames, because I love Kings of the Wild. I really love Kings of the Wild, and I was really excited, expected a lot of things from Bloody Rose, but Oh boy. I gave this one 2 stars. It was, in summary, this one is really unnecessary. I just don't really care at all about the characters. It felt like the author used the same strategy, or what do you call this, formula, writing formula, to the Kings of the Walls. It became repetitive. um, it was the same writing formula, the same plot formula. He just changed the names, the places, the timeline, and the names of the characters. But it just felt like it's just Kings of the Wild with different characters. And it could be acceptable if the characters were as amazing as the characters from Kings of the Wild, but in this one, the characters were really bland. So I was heartbroken because this is one of my most anticipated read this year, and oh boy, I was heartbroken. It crushed my heart. But yeah, I still love Kings of the Wild. This one, yeah, it's completely unnecessary. Talking about unnecessary, I have here the most unnecessary sequel, Rebel. I am a big fan of Mara Liu after reading her Legend trilogy, Legend Prodigy Champion. I even made a fan group uh, years ago when I was in college for the trilogy. I even made a customized T-shirt to show my support on how great the trilogy is. And this one, the author decided to publish a sequel, the fourth book of the series, years after, as what we thought the series was already complete. And I was kind of excited. At the same time, I have a lot of reservations. I was kind of scared also. And yeah, I still picked this one. And I was really disappointed. Talking about unnecessary, this is the most unnecessary sequel I have read in my entire life. June was badass in the original trilogy, and here it felt like it was not June at all. I used to really love June as a character, but in this one, she felt like she's not the June that I used to love originally. And yeah, the plot, I just don't really care at all. The world was meh. It was just really bad. Avoid this one. Let me just try to go and get Hoa first. He's crying. Now, we're down to the last 2 books for this video. And these books, I really tried so hard to love these books, but I eventually ended not loving them because, again, I expected a lot from these books. The first one is going to be The Puppy War by R.F. Kuang. I really loved the first half of this one. It was mind-blowing. The world building, the character development, how the motivations of Rin was established by the author in the first page down to the last or the next 50 pages of the book. It was magnificent. The atmosphere in the university, how Rin trained as this so-called warrior, or her dream to be part of a soldier of the Empire. It was perfect 10. 10 out of 10. But again, the next half was completely disappointing, and I was really sad. It felt like the last half of this book was a completely different book, and it does not really have some coherence to what are the things that happened in the first half. It seems that it was not well, what you call this one, managed or well edited. I don't know what really happened. It just really felt off. I just really want more. I want more of what Rin was doing on the first half of the book, or what are the things that are happening in the first half of the book. And in this one, it felt like the first half of the book needs more exposure, needs more progress. But yeah, what happened in here is that it just died right away without a proper transition, and we just really felt like, oh, what am I reading? So, but I still love the book, and I'm still going to read the second and third book probably on 2021. Yeah, I have the physical copies already. the remaining books of the trilogy. Now, we're down to the last book of this video, and yeah, I can't wait to. I'm kind of scared and also really hesitant to show this to you guys. But again, disclaimer, this is completely very subjective based on my experience reading this. I did not really expect myself to say this, but Brandon Sanderson disappointed me. This book, Elantris, was a bad experience for me. I did not love this book. I almost hated this book. But again, I'm just really disappointed. Maybe because I expected a lot from Brandon Sanderson, from Elantris. That's why it just worsened the degree of how I dislike this book. The main reason why I was disappointed from this one because I was really confused on the magic system. Maybe because I am dumb as a reader, or I just don't really pay attention to the details when it comes to magic system. But personally, I know that's not me as a reader. I just felt that the magic system should have been established properly or should have been explored more. I wasn't able to really appreciate it. I used to read books from Brandon Sanderson with great magic systems like Rhythmatist, Mistborn, The Way of Kings. Those books have great magic system. This one has a great magic system too. But those books I mentioned a while ago, the magic system were well explained, were well developed, were really established. And this one, it kind of felt vague, I think. And it's really difficult for me to appreciate the things that are happening, the action scenes, the way the characters use the magic, because I am really confused with the magic system. It's just really affected. It just affected the mood on how I read the book, and I ended up giving this 2 stars or 3 stars. The characters were just average. I love Serene. Was it Serene or? No, it's not Serene. Who the fuck is Serene? Sorry. Okay. Serene, yeah, it's Serene. Sarene. I still remember. She's the only character I love from this book. The rest I don't really care at all. The Prince Erlen. Erlen. He's a great character too, but yeah, he was just really close to perfect. I just wish he has some flaws. But unlike Serene was really an empowered female character, which I really love. So the plot, the story was not that outstanding coming from Brandon Sanderson or with Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, it was just really the magic system that was really weak and wasn't really established, that made me not really embrace the entire book. So yeah, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books that I've read this year that disappointed me, and I wish you did enjoy this video, even though it's kind of negative at some point. And anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, leave some comments below if you do agree, if you don't agree also to the things I said earlier. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if also you want to share this to your friends, please do share by clicking the share button. It's me again, Joel, your Bisaya reader, and see you on my next video. That would be either the most surprising books I've read this year or the best books I've read this year. We'll see. But I'll be back with either of those videos. Take care, keep safe, bye-bye, and happy holidays again.